Hello, 8th grade teachers. This is Elizabeth Reed, your Technology IST for Middle School Social Studies. Thanks for looking at our digital teach sheet as you plan your lessons. Today, I'm going to show you how to access the digital content available on McGraw-Hill's online textbook. We're looking at Readiness TEK 8.3a, Explain the Reasons for the Growth of Representative Government and Institutions During the Colonial Period. All right, let's get started. We're going to start at our NISD home page, and I'm going to type in the URL for the McGraw-Hill textbook. That's connected.mcgraw-hill.com. Your username and password will be provided by your department coordinator on your campus. All right, let's log in. First step when you're signed in is you need to choose the textbook that you are working with. And we are working out of our United States History 2, 1877. We want to look at the teacher edition to access all the content available in your lesson planning. All right, so we are at the home page. Now, the TEK we are looking for is found in Chapter 5 of the textbook. So I'm going to go directly to all of those resources by scrolling down to the lesson. I'm going to start with Chapter 5, Life in the American Colonies. The lesson is right there on Lesson 2, Colonial Government. All right, so when you arrive here at the lesson page on the left-hand side, you're going to see some drop-down menus, how you can engage your students, matching with your language proficiency standards, assessment, closing, and reflection. On the right-hand side, right above my face there, you're going to see your resources. Now, the first resource available to us is a engagement activity. It's a video on the northern colonies and the representative government that developed there. So I'm just going to click the image of that video, and here it is. So straight from this site, I can play the video.
A very different form of community.
Or I can also download the video directly onto my computer if I would like that better. All right, next after that, the next digital resource available to you is right underneath a guided reading activity. This is straight out of the actual textbook, so students can complete that as they're reading the textbook. Some other sources available to you, some interactive sources, in fact, available to you, are under the Teach and Assess, the English Principles of Government. So here it's got some sample lessons, some sample questions, some ways to differentiate as you're instructing the students. I'm going to point out to you some techniques to use with your interactive whiteboards if you have those, or your smart boards in your classroom. First is an image of the House of Burgesses, including a short description. Next is a graphic organizer that can be completed on your digital whiteboard. So you can project this up into the classroom, and as you're reading with your students, you can fill it in. I'm going to start by filling in some text. So I'm going to click on that text button, and I'll type and say, one of my protected rights from the English Bill of Rights is trial by jury. Now, if I want to clear that out for other students, if you look underneath, there is a clear button. Let's move me out of the way. There we go. Or you could save the document. You could undo. All right, let's go to another source. All right, last source I want to point out to you is under Close and Reflect. This digital resource is a colonial government crossword puzzle, again to be used with your interactive whiteboard. All right, and yeah, you can fill this out with your students directly on that whiteboard. I'm going to show an example here with number 3 down, the type of colony under direct British control. I remember that is a royal colony. If your students are struggling, there's a word list available to them.
Close.
After you have completed the crossword puzzle, you can also check your work. Play again.
Close.
All right, I hope these resources have been useful to you and that you can use them inside your classroom. Thanks for watching. If you have any further questions, feel free to contact me at elizabeth.reed@nisd.net. Thanks, guys.